Spider-Man is one of the most recognizable superheroes in the entire world. But here's something Marvel fans don't talk about enough. Not every Spider-Man is equally powerful. Across comics, movies, animation, television, and alternate universes, we've seen dozens of different versions of Peter Parker and other spider people. Some can fight cosmic beings, some can destroy incredibly powerful enemies, and some are basically just trying to survive with a much lower power ceiling. So today, we're counting down 5 of the weakest Spider-Man versions overall. And remember, this ranking is based on their overall powers, feats, experience, and power scaling compared with other Spider-Man versions. Let's start. Starting our list at number 5 is Spider-Man Noir. This version of Peter Parker comes from an alternate universe inspired by the dark atmosphere of 1930 America. Unlike many modern Spider-Men, Noir operates more like a superhero mixed with a detective and vigilante. He has enhanced strength, agility, reflexes, spider sense, wall crawling, and other abilities associated with Spider-Man. At number 4, we have one of the most beloved Spider-Men ever, Peter B. Parker from Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. And yes, I know what you're thinking. How can Peter B. Parker be considered weak? Well, this ranking isn't saying he's weak compared with normal humans. He is still incredibly powerful. Peter has superhuman strength, speed, agility, spider sense, wall crawling, web shooting, and years of combat experience. The problem is his condition when we first meet him. Peter has been Spider-Man for years, and life has taken a serious toll on him. He's older, exhausted, and clearly not at his physical peak. But here's the interesting part. Peter B. Parker's experience makes up for a lot of his physical disadvantages. He becomes a mentor to Miles Morales and proves that being Spider-Man isn't only about having the strongest powers. It's about knowing how to use them. So while Peter B. Parker isn't truly weak, compared with younger and more powerful Spider-Man variants, he belongs toward the lower end of this list. At number 3, we have Pavitra Prabhakar, Spider-Man, India. Pavitra comes from an alternate universe where Peter Parker's story is reimagined in India. Like other Spider-Men, Pavitra possesses enhanced strength, agility, reflexes, spider sense, and the ability to climb walls. But there's one major disadvantage: experience. Pavitra is still relatively new to being Spider-Man, and that matters. Imagine having incredible powers, but not fully understanding how to use them in a dangerous fight. That's exactly where Pavitra struggles compared with veteran Spider-Man. He doesn't have decades of experience fighting supervillains. He doesn't have the insane combat history of some comic book versions. And he hasn't reached the ridiculous power levels of some alternate Spider-Men. However, Pavitra has something that many Spider-Men share: potential. He grows through his experiences and learns what being a hero actually means. So while his current power level may be lower than many versions, his future potential could be much higher. Now we're entering controversial territory. At number 2 is Nicholas Hammond's Spider-Man from the 1977 live-action series. This version of Spider-Man is very different from the modern versions we're used to. He has superhuman agility, enhanced strength, wall-crawling abilities, and spider sense. But compared with modern Spider-Man adaptations, and especially comic book versions, his power level is considerably more limited. His web shooters are also much more dependent on technology rather than being an organic ability. And his on-screen feats simply don't reach the crazy levels we've seen from characters like cosmic or highly powered Spider-Man variants. But there's something important to remember. This Spider-Man was created during a completely different era of superhero television. The visual effects, storytelling style, and action were much more grounded. So judging him against today's Spider-Man versions is almost unfair. Still, if we're ranking them purely by overall combat power and feats, this version lands near the bottom. And now, we reach number 1. Taking our number 1 spot is Spider-Man from Spider-Man, Lotus. Now, before anyone gets angry in the comments, this is not saying Peter is useless. He still possesses the abilities we associate with Spider-Man. But compared with the insane versions found throughout Marvel's multiverse, this portrayal is much more grounded and character-focused. There are no cosmic power-ups, no universe-breaking abilities, no massive transformations, and no ridiculous power scaling. Instead, the story focuses heavily on Peter Parker as a person and the emotional consequences of being Spider-Man. That makes this version feel much more human. And when you're comparing him against Spider-Man who can fight ridiculously powerful enemies, a grounded Peter simply doesn't have the same power ceiling. That's why he takes our number 1 spot. So there you have it, 5 of the weakest Spider-Man versions overall. Number 5, Spider-Man Noir. Number 4, Peter B. Parker. Number 3, Pavitra Prabhakar. Number 2, the 1977 Spider-Man. And number 1, Spider-Man from Lotus. But remember, being on this list doesn't mean these Spider-Men are actually weak. Every single one of them has unique abilities, skills, and stories that make them special. Do you agree with this ranking? Or did I completely disrespect your favorite Spider-Man? Drop your ranking in the comments. And if you want to see the top 5 strongest Spider-Man versions, hit that subscribe button, because that list is going to be absolutely insane. So don't miss the next video.